And it's time for the weekly DC news and rumors video. So strap in, lads, get some drinks because this is going to be an interesting video. So we're going to be covering the following subject: the Russo brothers to direct Justice League 2 after they are no longer working with Marvel because of the Scarlett Johansson debacle, apparently. Also, Black Adam, The Rock to fight Darkseid. It literally would make no sense unless the Snyderverse is restored. And also, apparently, the Snyderverse has been restored by Jason Momoa and Aquaman due to Justice League 2 not getting rebooted and Aquaman 2 currently shooting. Yeah. So what is good, YouTube? Warstu here. If you are new around here, make sure to subscribe to never miss any of the videos. Check us out on Instagram at Warstu. Check us out on Twitter, WarstuG, aka Warstu. Right, let's get into this video. So, the news broke earlier this week that the Russo brothers were in talks to do Secret Wars and multiple other things with Marvel, but they've backed out due to this massive claim and this massive lawsuit with Scarlett Johansson being screwed over money, but we can't really say if she has because we don't know what the box office would have done had it not been in the state that the world is currently in. So apparently, due to that, the Russo brothers are now looking at other superhero movies to make, and apparently they're going to be the ones to do Justice League 2 or do the rebooted version of the Justice League, which is very interesting because, as you know, literally anyone would be happy to get their hands on Batman and the Justice League, etc. So it only makes sense. I mean, they do have arguably the biggest superhero movie ever, being Infinity War and Endgame in their plethora of achievements. But if you look at what they've done outside of the Avengers movies, they haven't actually done anything realistically outside, anything great outside of that. Would that be cool? Yeah, sure, bring them over. Their name holds a lot in Hollywood due to Endgame. But do the fans want that? I don't know. Let me know down below, guys. Would that happen? Would you be cool with that if it did happen? So, now this is a weird one. So, I came across this article that says Dwayne Johnson reportedly wants to fight Black Adam out of nowhere. I mean, sure, it's been done before in the heritage, in history and comics and stuff, I presume. But it's interesting, so it says here, however, we are hearing from the same source that told us that Jared Leto was getting a brand new look in the Snyder Cut before it was confirmed. Actually, we were one of the first people to report that, so frig knows what this website says. So essentially, Black Adam wants to prove he's the baddest motherfucker in the DCEU and have a fight with Darkseid. Okay, but there's no context here. As we know, Black Adam 1's come in, and it's going to be set in its own universe alongside the Shazam universe because it wouldn't make sense and technically it have to be in a DCEU. But a random quote saying that Black Adam wants to fight Darkseid, is Darkseid going to try and take over the world and Black Adam's going to be the anti-hero and stop that from happening? Are they randomly just going to get into a massive fight? This is a bit of a, it's out there, this is a bit of a random, where this has come from. The article, obviously I know where the article's come from, but don't know where the actual quote is coming from and who actually said it. Sure, that would be cool to see down the road at some point, but would you not rather just see the conclusion of the Snyderverse, Justice League 2 and 3, rather than Black Adam randomly wanting to fight Darkseid? It's interesting that the narrative was that the Dwayne Johnson was going to save the DCEU, save the Snyderverse. Now he's going to fight Darkseid by himself. Really strange narrative. Not as strange as the next narrative. So, as we know, they are filming Aquaman 2 currently, and apparently Amber Heard and Jason Momoa are still rooting for Zack Snyder's Justice League Part 2, Part 3. Everyone is. But what's interesting here is apparently these two are gonna save the DCEU and the Snyderverse because they can, which I find interesting. I don't think either of them have enough star power to turn over what Warner Brothers want to do. But as we keep saying, when David Satlutsky takes over and the Discovery merger comes through, we have a much better picture of what could happen there. But I do find it interesting. This is coming courtesy of we've got it covered.com, which, yeah, I get it, it's a bad website, but to be fair, it just covers all rumors. It's no different to any other YouTube channel realistically, or no different to any other TikTok or Instagram account covering a rumor, so to speak. It does go on to say, according to our sources, the same sources that told us Ben Affleck was coming back at Batman before it was confirmed in The Flash. Well, let's be honest, everyone predicted that was going to happen, so you can't really say you got that. DCEUs Arthur Curry and Mira have reportedly been pushing for the studio to reconsider their stance on the Snyderverse, with plenty of Warner Bros. And DC executives dropping by this set of James Wan's sequel at various points. Okay, that does happen. Obviously, this doesn't mean they're obliged to pay any attention, never mind listen, but there's no harm in asking, based on what the top level boardroom members have been saying in the aftermath of the new and much improved Justice League, though not even Aquaman should hold his breath on this one. So what's interesting is the headline is saying they're pushing for it, then the actual substance is saying, yeah, there's no chance. Well, as we keep saying, guys, wait for this Discovery merger to go through, and then we can see what's really going on. David Selesky said, yo, we are going to bring back talent, we're going to bring back creative. Obviously, he's going to have conversations with Zack Snyder when this does happen. So there really is a chance for the Snyderverse still, but pushing the narrative of Amber Heard and Jason Momoa want to reportedly save it. I presume they do, because I presume, well, Jason Momoa is technically dead in that nightmare scene at the end of Justice League Part 1. Technically, and Mira's getting vengeance for it, for Arthur Curry anyway, in that kind of scene. They're both pushing for it, which I find, and the article goes and say, Amber Heard was also one of the lucky people invited back additional scenes with her attempting an English accent. I mean, a lot of people were hating on this kind of stuff, but like that was what it was. I mean, being English myself, the English accent was a bit weak. It was a bit strange as well. But there's a lot of people that get on this hate train, but we are unbiased when it comes to reporting news. Whatever I think of her or don't think of her isn't relevant to me covering the story. Do I think this story is real? I've got no idea, but I know Jason Momoa owes a lot of his success to Zack Snyder. So yeah, I believe that part of the story is definitely true. But do I believe the Snyderverse is restored based on these two and it will be restored? Don't believe that, but I do believe when Discovery merger comes through, you'll find out what's going to happen with the Snyderverse there. Do I think the Snyderverse is dead? No, because of the following. Warner Bros. Has been trying to bury the 4K Blu-ray release to the point where they unlisted the video on the YouTube channel of their official pages, which is very weird, seeing as this Blu-ray literally sold out everywhere. So the Snyderverse is still there, the Snyder fans are still there, but Warner Bros. Unlisted a video promoting the Blu-ray, which the money would go back to Warner Bros. So this literally makes no sense. It's almost like they are taking money out of their own pockets, which is kind of funny. And we reported the other day that Jared Leto was teasing Justice League 2. He posted an image of him with Batman's head being taken off, teaser on his official Instagram, and a lot of people like me reporting that, oh my god, this could be a teaser for Justice League 2. I think everyone knows what's going on behind the scenes. It's just a case of waiting for Discovery to come, take over, and be like, yo, this is the plan, and that's pretty much what is going to happen. What is also interesting is that Ray Fisher Cyborg won't be coming back in the Flash movie. That is really bad, to be fair. It would have been cool had they actually had him come back, but for some reason, they don't want him back. He had a substantial role in that movie. That's what's even more interesting about the situation. And also, Warner Bros. And DC have deleted Cyborg from all the DC fandom material after whatever Ray Fisher said, which, I mean, it's pretty weird, but to be honest, if Ray Fisher Cyborg isn't going to have anything to do with DC going forward at the moment, then it doesn't make any sense them advertising Ray Fisher for DC fandom event if he's got nothing to do with it. But I've seen a bunch of people making a big deal about this, so I thought I'd cover it. But if you look at the DC fandom poster, it's not really relevant to Ray Fisher, because Ray Fisher at the moment doesn't have anything to do with DC. But you know what Twitter and the internet is like. People make a big deal about anything. Obviously, it would be cool if Ray Fisher Cyborg was going to be in the Flash movie like he should have been, but for one reason or another, the machetes couldn't get him in. Don't know why. But DC Fandom event is coming up very, very soon, guys. And for what we're hearing, the Snyderverse is going to be definitely alive when this happens. And if you do actually look at the poster, Black Adam is literally in the middle. And what does that tell you? He's the head honcho of the DCEU going forward. So likewise, guys, let me know, what do you think? Should the Russo brothers direct Justice League 2 if Snyder's never, ever return? Personally, I don't believe that's going to happen. I believe they will do something back over at Marvel with Secret Wars when the Scarlett Johansson court case is over and they settle out of court, because they never want to go to court, because then you could actually literally see what's in the contracts and how tight they are. So Disney would not want that to happen. So I think yeah, pretty much they won't direct Justice League 2. Someone else will, but hopefully it's not J.J. Abrams for sure. Do you believe that Black Adam The Rock wants to fight Darkseid? That literally makes no sense because we're not even had Black Adam 1 yet. It'd make more sense if you met Superman or met Shazam or something like that, at least in some capacity, not going straight down the road of the apocalyptic Darkseid. And do you think Jason Momoa and Amber Heard are really pushing for the Snyderverse? I think they are, but they really don't have any say, so to speak. I mean, there was a rumor a few weeks ago that Jason Momoa as Aquaman will be the leader of the Justice League going forward, which I don't actually believe. So like always, guys, check us out on Instagram at Warstu, check us out on Twitter, WarstuG, and I will catch ya in another video very soon. Catch ya later.